right, going back up to this example, I forgot to include this in the first video. The other instruction in this example says, then find a sub 15. All this means is take the rule that you just created and plug 15 into it to find the 15th term. So let's do that in example 1. If we want to find the 15th term, we want to do a sub 15, 5 times 15 minus 2. Definitely use your calculator for this. I got 73. My 15th term is 73. On your assignment, you will have to type in what the rule is, and then it'll ask you for either the 15th term or the 20th term or some term. Plug it in to get that answer as well. In example 2, to find the 15th term, we would do negative 8 times 15 plus 63. I got negative 57. So in our first examples, we had the first term, we had the common difference, we plugged that into the formula. Now it says one term of the arithmetic sequence is a sub 19 equals 48. Now that means the 19th term is 48. The common difference is d equals 3. Write a rule for the nth term. This becomes a two-part problem. Part 1, we need to find our first term. They don't give us the first term, and we can't write a rule for this unless we have the first term. So we're going to write in what we know. And for starters, I'm going to write the formula so you can see exactly what we're plugging in. I'm going to put 48 in place of a sub n. (48) equals, I don't know my first term. What term number is 48? It is the 19th term. So I'm going to point a little arrow at that number 19. Because it's the 19th term, we can put 19 in place of n. So 19 minus 1. And we do know that our common difference is 3. It's coming back. There we go. All right, so we put 48 in place of our a sub n. 48 is the 19th term, so we used 19 in place of n. Our common difference is 3. Now we can do some math. What is 19 minus 1? 18, and 18 times 3, according to my calculator, is 54. Can I now figure out what my first term is? We can subtract 54 on both sides and get negative 6 is our first term. So step 1, find your first term. Step 2, write the rule. We now know our first term is negative 6. Our common difference is 3. Now this is just like the previous problem. So our nth term is our first term plus n minus 1 times our common difference. We distribute and combine our like terms. In your next example, your 27th term is 263. Your common difference is 11. Do that same thing. First, you need to find your first term using that information. And then your second step will be to write the rule. Okay, so in place of a sub n, you put this 263 in place of your a sub n, and then your n value is going to be 27. So 263 equals our first term plus 27 minus 1 times 11. 27 minus 1 is 26. 26 times 11 is 286. Subtract that, we get our first term is negative 23. Then we have enough information. Our first term is negative 23. N minus 1 times 11. So 11n minus 34 is our final answer. This is honestly my favorite thing in math because it requires you to do some problem solving. It's not your typical word problem solving, but to write the rule for the nth term, we need the first term, we need the common difference. So in this example, we don't have either of those. They tell us that we have the 8th term is 21, the 27th term is 97. They don't give us the first term, they don't give us the common difference. But have you noticed that these equations kind of look like slope-intercept form? Y equals mx plus b. So our common difference is our slope. They just gave us 2 data points. We can use these 2 data points to find that slope, to figure out what is that common difference between these. So our first step is going to be find the slope which is our common difference. We're going to do that by subtracting the terms on the top, and we're going to subtract the term numbers on the bottom. So, subtract the terms. I'm going to do the second one minus the first one, because isn't that how we usually do slope? 97 minus 21. On the bottom, I'm going to subtract the term numbers. That was the 27th term minus the 8th term. When I do this, 97 minus 21 is 76. 27 minus 8 is 19. And 76 divided by 19 is 4. Our common difference is 4. Now, we are in the same place that we were in the previous example. We have the common difference, we have a term, we still don't have our first term. So our second step is going to be to find our first term. Would you like to choose the smaller term or the larger term to help us do this? Smaller. So I'm going to choose this one right here. 21 equals, I don't know what my first term is. Because I'm using 21, 21 is my 8th term. I do 8 minus 1. And I now know that my common difference is 4. 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 times 4 is 28. And 21 minus 28 is negative 7. My first term is negative 7. Step 3, we need to write the rule. We now know our first term is negative 7. Our common difference is 4. Honestly, I think part of today is just using this formula so many times that you memorize it just by default because you've done it so many times. So our nth term is our first term plus n minus 1 times our common difference. distribute, and our final answer, our nth term is 4n minus 11.